Shalom, Israel. It's your boy New Breed coming through with another video. In this particular video, I want to talk about the narrow path. That's right, the narrow path. I want to explain every detail of the narrow path. This video is for those who want to live righteous lives, set apart lives. Set apart simply means holy. And you got to know the requirements that it's going to take to walk this particular path, because it comes with great persecution. You're going to make many enemies. You're going to be often isolated, but it's a great reward at the end of all this tribulation. You're living in a society where broad leadeth to damnation, as the scriptures say, and narrow, the straight gate, leads to salvation. So it becomes a challenge in itself remaining on this straight and narrow path when the mass majority of people are here to be influences, distractions, here to cause confusion. And so it's imperative to make videos like this and speak on these things, because we got to understand what this is all about. Matthew chapter 7 verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Very few. And as time dwells, as the new age agenda continues to promote different spiritual esoteric beliefs, as it continues to condone spiritual radical teachings, that narrow gate gets more and more and more narrow, where only few people going to actually make it through these tribulations. Now y'all got to understand, first and foremost, when you're an individual who has the courage to stand against the mass majority, it's going to come with persecutions. A lot of people have been victims of gang stalking, and gang stalking is when various agencies set up and hire people to be assessment task force groups in order to spy, watch, stalk those people who want to be set apart. Because people who have a general moral compass and who are outspoken and they pretty much question everything, they then become targets, because they are a threat to the new world order. They are a threat to the new age, because this system that we live in has spent billions upon billions of dollars on mass media manipulation, as well as an education system that basically lied on most history. So when you have people who begin to question everything and actually wake up from the slumber, they then become a threat, especially when those individuals can be influential. And they don't have to be influencing millions of people. Just influencing the family structure, a neighborhood, a workplace, that is enough. And a lot of the times, our behavior and the way we carry ourselves influence more people than we would ever know. You know, that light that shines, it may be shining way brighter than you think it's shining, because on the outside looking in, you can't see how many people you're actually reaching by having a moral, spiritual compass on life. And a lot of times these people who want to live set apart tend to be very empathetic towards others, and they want to be non-confrontational, which that's what we pretty much error when we're walking the narrow path. Yes, we have a great deal of empathy, which is great, because that's what makes us human, being empathetic towards others who are in less fortunate situations. But when it comes to those who are workers of iniquity and chaos, we must draw a line. You got people who are spiritual energy vampires, who are just there to terrorize and destroy you. But that empathy deep down and that love and compassion in your heart, you seem to allow it to keep happening. You must draw a line. When it comes to all these spiritual esoteric leaders who are busting hell wide open with all their doctrines of devils, you must draw a line. See, we want to tread the fence. We don't want to offend anybody. We want to walk very lightly. We don't want to, cause any confusion. We just want to, let bygones be bygones. Let everybody teach what they want to teach, although it's leading the mass majority of our people straight to the hellfire. We want to continue to allow that. We want to accept the new age because we were taught that we must respect everybody's religious beliefs. Well, I'm here to say firsthand, as a targeted individual, I do not respect anybody's religious beliefs at all outside the Holy Bible. I want that to be perfectly clear. See, I'm not here to hold hands and sing, "We are the world, we are the children." Nah, I'm not here for peace. I'm not here for that. I'm not here to be a hippie. I'm not here to be connected to the universe. Nah. See, let me show you how Christ dealt with false prophets and liars and cheats. Matthew 21, verse 12. And Jesus went into the temple of God and cast out all of them that sold and bought in the temple, and overthrew the tables of the money changers and the seats of them that sold doves. And he said unto them, It is written, My house shall be called the house of prayer, but ye have made it a den of thieves. See, he didn't go to no false prophets trying to be brothers with them, trying to talk all nice and tread the fence with them. He went in there with a stick, marched to the door, kicked it down, flipped over all the tables, and removed those crooks out of that temple. So y'all got to remember, Christ, he looked the synagogue of Satan right in the face and was like, look, ye are of your father, the devil, straight up. Now, the reason I shared that with you is because it has to come a time where the empathetic, set-apart individuals must then become the empowered individuals. See, the New Age agenda wants you to believe that love and acceptance is synonymous, when it absolutely is not. I'll repeat that. The New Age agenda wants you to believe that love and acceptance is synonymous, when it absolutely is not. In fact, if you love and care about someone, you're going to tell them where their error is. That's just like your child. When the scripture said you spare the rod, you spoil the child. That's just like if your child continues to put their finger in the electric socket and you allow it to happen because you don't want to yell at them. They're going to eventually get electrocuted because you didn't correct the situation. See, the New Age wants you to accept your child's decision to go play with the electric socket, when in fact, that means you don't give a damn. That's not love. It's the opposite. In fact, that means you pretty much hate your child because you want them to be electrocuted. You want them to be destroyed. So now we live in a society where people are pretty much offended by everything. If you tell someone the error of their ways, they pretty much react like, oh no, man, you gotta have positive energy, man. You're messing me up with this negativity. I gotta check my chi. I think it's about time I go meditate, man. No home ringing kyo. No home ringing kyo. But all jokes aside, though, in Matthew 24 it said many people will be offended in these times. So you're going to make enemies. That's the only way you're going to be empowered through this truth. You got to be bold as a lion. See, people rather be offended and reactionary rather than check themselves. You know what I'm saying? Self-examination is key. Self-examination, self-examination, self-examination. If you wrong, check yourself. If you're following a doctrine and you were fooled, believing in something that's false, then check yourself. That's all. Leave your pride at the door. Simple as that. And for brothers and sisters that know the truth, you got to speak the truth regardless of how people feel. People are going to call you names. They're going to say you're judgmental. They're going to say you're full of hatred and you're mean and evil. They're going to say everything about you. But you know what? You just can't give a damn. Who cares? You know the truth. See, I made a comparison not too long ago of knowing this truth and how it builds confidence. When you're on this narrow path and you can see the world for what it is, I'm talking about three-dimensional. It's like your confidence level skyrockets. It's like this, you know something that they clearly don't know. That has to build confidence. That's like when you playing Uno and you got that draw for a skip. In this truth, on that narrow path, you gotta feel like that every single day. That you got your draw for a skip. I mean, anytime you see the mass majority going one direction in life, following something in pop culture, following something in social media, whether it be a product, anything, when you see the mass majority of people doing something, you got to go the opposite direction in confidence. I mean, you can sit back and watch everything blow over and watch everything fall, or you can be boisterous and make enemies. But you got to look at it like this. You're going to have enemies regardless. You can be quiet as a church mouse minding your business, and you're still going to have enemies. So you might as well call it out. I challenge all my brothers and sisters walking that narrow path to go on these people's channels and pages and websites to really ask these people, what God are they serving? Hashtag, what God do you serve? Because either you serve the Most High God or you serving Satan. There's only one or two choices. So don't let these people shield you with wordplay and different ideologies and beliefs. We know what's going on in this world. We got to start acting like we know in confidence. And that just is what it is. Walking the narrow path. You will make enemies. People are going to hate your ass for no reason. They're not going to like you because they don't like your face. They don't like your shoes. They don't like your hairstyle. They hate you because they don't like the job you just got. They hate you. They're going to hate you. They're going to hate you because you're too quiet. They think you're weird because you won't talk to them. They think you're strange. So they don't understand you. They feel what they don't understand. So now they hate you. They're going to hate you. They're going to hate you because you're pretty. They're going to hate you because they think you ugly. They're going to hate you regardless. That's what you got to understand. And they're not only going to hate you, they're going to talk about you. They're going to talk about you a whole lot. Every little thing that they know, they're going to talk about it. And if they don't know anything about you, they're going to make up stuff to talk about. So just get it in your mind that, look, walking this narrow path, you're going to have enemies. You might as well go the righteous direction and get your life on track. Get right with the Most High Creator. Because even people in the world are hated for no reason. You're going to have enemies in life, period. So you might as well walk that narrow path and really justify having these enemies and be hated for the Lord's name's sake. And that's what it's about. But I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs down, subscribe, unsubscribe, whatever you see fit. Thank you for viewing. Shalom and peace.